So how's everybody doing farming 5-star gear sets in Wolong Fallen Dynasty? Let me know in the comments. I did a disgusting amount of farming over the weekend as a result of the 1.05 patch having been dropped at the end of last week. For those that don't know, the drop rates have been increased for 5-star gear as they were all over the place previously. That's really the most noteworthy change in the 105 patch that everybody's talking about, at least. New Game Plus is the only place where you can get 5-star gear, which is the incentive of playing through the game again. And in addition, there are new sets that have special and powerful bonuses, such as the Grace of Ling Bao and the Grace of the Supreme Heavenly Emperor, or just to name a couple of them. I personally had luck farming the monkey prior to patch 105. Not great success, but some. And with my testing over the weekend, I can definitely see things have improved. I have had as many as 3-star items drop at once and had consecutive 5-star drops each time during the farm, which was not the case before. I basically filled out all the gray sets except for about 4 pieces between 2 different sets. I'll definitely be optimizing these builds and making some videos on them, so stay tuned for that. So, where do you get 5-star gear? Well, I compiled some information here, both from lots of Reddit posts and from the Facebook group. So, first off, number one is obviously the monkey farm, the Tale of Guguzi. A couple things to note about this farm. Some have said that this farm yields more armor. I found it to be pretty even split between armor and weapons, and you even get accessories. And the second kind of notation here, um, a post from Revelatus on Reddit gave his findings here, stating that there may be an influence on certain weapon drops depending on what you have equipped. Thanks to them and their very detailed post there. So the second farm here, second most popular seems to be in the Glaive of Righteousness mission in part 6. I personally haven't made it there yet in New Game Plus to test this, but I will be there soon. There are some stone soldiers to farm right at the beginning of the tomb area after the midway double boss fight, right after the battle flag. So, being that there's a battle flag there, this is a super convenient spot to do this farm. So, a couple things to note about this farm as well. If you farm this pretty regularly, it does drop a lot of 5-star gear. And the second thing, farm the spot with minimal morale, meaning skipping any flags you don't need to get. This will yield even more 5-star drops, but in my opinion, that's a tall order, especially in New Game Plus. So pretty much, obviously, you want to get the battle flag like right before the Stone Soldiers, and pretty much no other like marker flags and stuff like that, and just like fight through the boss with minimal possible morale, and apparently that helps the drop rate. So another thing I wanted to talk about here is enchantment farming. I went through my entire first playthrough scouring everywhere for enchantments and didn't find any. So, for those that don't know, the elemental enchantments are special effects that can be slotted into your weapons. So, they are permanently enchanted with that element. So, you may not need to use elemental weapon buffs, although you can double down on them, at least from what I've seen. There's only one fixed weapon pickup with fire enchant on it, and that's in the Centuries of Glory Burned Away mission. Basically, from where you start the mission, head straight down the stairs and straight all the way back as far as you can go through like 3 patches of fire, and there'll be a 4-star cavalry halberd tucked back in the right corner with fire enchant on it. This is farmable too, so you can keep reloading the mission after you finish it and grab as many of these as you need. But the rest of the enchantments are random drops. So, some possible spots. Again, these are notations from people on Reddit and Facebook as to where to potentially get elemental enchantments. So one would be the monkey farm in New Game Plus. I got most of mine actually from this farm prior to patch 105. The only one I'm missing is lightning enchant. I'm not sure if you tried to do this early game if the results would be the same because I did this post game. Second one would be the um, farm the like father like son mission. I didn't have much luck on this one personally. The other thing you could do is turn in accolades for dual sabers. None of them have an innate triangle attribute, which may lead to higher chance to roll an enchantment. That is coming from another Reddit post. Unfortunately, I don't have the username to give them credit for that. And the previous statement goes for dual halberds as well. Although drop rate is very low, can farm the final guys in the escape the capital submission for that stuff. You can also farm dual sabers. Um, Now, some notations here from Fextra Life. The hook blades of King Halu. Um, Once players reach the Sworn Brother status with Hungai, um, they receive the hook blades of King Halu. Can be found during Tiger's Loyal Subjects mission, Tyrant's Final Banquet, the Crouching Dragons trial, um, also the 100 Forged Sabers. You get these as a reward for initial completion of the mission, Follow the Corrupted Eunuch. You can also get these from the Battle of Hulaguan Pass, Lubu, the Mightiest Among Men, the Assault on Wachao, Let's Make Our Armor Shine. Also, you have the Mounted Bandit Scimitars. You get this as a reward for initial completion of the mission Wars Flames Blaze Fiercely. And you can also find these in the following missions the Valley of the Crying Wraiths, Follow the Corrupted Eunuch, Lubu, Mightiest Among Men, and Behold the Glaive of Righteousness. So let me know in the comments how you guys are doing on farming for 5-star gear. If you have all the gray sets, um, if you're having trouble finding things, let's just get involved and discuss things as a community and see if we can help each other out, on possible places we can find stuff that we're looking for. So hopefully you guys are all doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.